morning again, and welcome to this morning's service. It's one of the few opportunities that I think we'll have to talk a little bit about the Onaijing. We try to do this throughout the year, and this kind of day where there is no Dharma school that precedes our services kind of frees up a little bit of time to spend in the Onaijing. And Onaijing, this raised upper area, represents the potential for enlightenment. It represents the Pure Land. And the Jodo Shinshu is by entering the Pure Land that one is able to attain enlightenment. That's this overall mythology in Jodo Shinshu. The Bodhisattva Dharmakara makes these promises and fulfills, having fulfilled those promises, becomes Amida Buddha, and in these promises creates this environment most suitable for enlightenment. So the decorations in the Onaijing represents the images that are described in the Pure Land Sutras, and these articles convey the qualities that are found in the Pure Land. And of course, central to the Onaijing is Amida Buddha, a statue of Amida Buddha. Amida Buddha, and again, this is the mythology of this tradition, that in the Pure Land, the Buddha Amida resides, and there are these bodhisattvas, kinnara, these animals and creatures, and it's described as this beautiful place where ponds and lotus, where lotus bloom. The trees leaves are made of various gems, and all of that again is in this Onaijing. And there Amida Buddha resides, and causing the enlightenment of all beings that enter the Pure Land. And everything in the Pure Land assists in the is a cause for enlightenment. Everything in the Pure Land moves us toward enlightenment. So even the breeze, the rustling sound of leaves, hearing that awakens an unenlightened being to enlightenment. The voice of the animals there, the music of the kinnara, everything, the images, the sand, the water in the Pure Land, everything helps one move toward enlightenment. Also in the Onaijing, of course, are other images besides Amida Buddha. There's Shinran, who is immediate to your right, is a portrait of Shinran, who is 12th century. Didn't intend to found a school of Buddhism, but as it became clear that what he was talking about differed significantly from what his teacher talked about, that a school was eventually established or identified. And so Shinran is here. And then to the far right is Shotoku, the individual who allowed Buddhism to be practiced for the first time in Japan. So 6th, 7th century. I have to look that up. I keep forgetting, and I think it's in your Dharma school book, what these dates are. Okay, who knows what these are? Maybe an adult service book? Page 32 in this book has other information, but just as important. Let me see if I can find Shotoku in here. Yeah. So this page 32, we'll get to that. So Shotoku is here. To the immediate left is Renyo. Renyo is the 10th generation. I kept saying the 9th generational descendant of Shinran, because he is the 8th Monshu of the school of Buddhism. And there must have been something in there where it was skipped, because he's the 10th generational descendant of Shinran, not the 9th. And I got to go back and look at that and see where that is. And then on the far left is a scroll with 7 portraits, and these are the portraits of the 7 patriarchs. So here on page 32 are the dates and the names of these individuals. So 32 in this in the large service book. So Nagarjuna, Vasubandhu, these 2 are from India, and Donna and Doshaku Zendo are from China. Genshin, Genku are from Japan, and Genku is Honen, who was Shinran's teacher. So in the lower right-hand corner is a portrait of Honen, again Shinran's teacher. So they represent a doctrinal lineage of Jodo Shinshu, individuals from whom Shinran took information and provided solid support for his understanding of Jodo Shinshu, so of Buddhism. So in Buddhism, you can always start your own school, but it has to be based in something. It has to be grounded within the teachings. And so Shinran relied upon what he understood that these individuals talked about, took portions of what they talked about, and used that to substantiate, I guess, his understanding of the Dharma. And it's a common practice, that you have to have clear understanding of the teachings before you can start talking about things on your own. Shinran was studied on Mount Hiei for some 20 years, but discovered for himself his inability to proceed along this path that normally one would approach enlightenment. Feeling outside of that, he left Hiezan, went to study on the Honen, eventually began studying on the Honen, and on the Honen, after they were sent into exile, continued to develop his understanding of what he was taught by Honen, this approach to enlightenment that anybody could experience. And enlightenment is always a central concern. We have to remember that enlightenment is always the central concern of Buddhism. It's not about the rituals, or it's not about the ceremony, it's not all of that. It's, none of that would have meaning were it not for the central enlightenment, that it is enlightenment and the resolution of the difficult